Ba, ba, ba. Nobody gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
Greetings, sheeple of Babylon, and welcome to your Panic Hour. My name is N.A. Poe, your prophet and savior. Thank you for joining us for this edition of We the Sheeple.
I'm Steve Miller reporting for We the Sheeple, and we have the documents. Journalists arriving in Sochi are describing appalling conditions in the housing there, where only 6 of 9 media hotels are ready for guests. Hotels are still under construction. One German photographer told the AP over the weekend that his hotel still had construction workers wandering in and out of the rooms. The few that did get rooms were met with stray dogs, half-built walls, and toxic yellow water spitting from the sinks. Fortunately, most of the rooms did have framed shirtless photos of President Putin. A colleague of the Panic Hour covering the Olympics in Sochi tweeted to us that for a country that hates homosexuals so much, you'd figure the hotels in Sochi would look a little less like a gay bathhouse from 1986.
An online petition to save a healthy young giraffe from death has failed despite thousands of signatures from animal lovers. Copenhagen Zoo said it euthanized a 2-year-old male giraffe named Marius because of a duty to avoid inbreeding. After an autopsy, Marius was dismembered in front of a zoo audience that included children and fed to the zoo's lions. Despite an online uproar over the move and reports of a last-minute attempt to save the animal, the zoo in the Danish capital said it has no place for Marius in its giraffe herd. In a surprise move mirroring the story, President Obama announced that the federal government would be euthanizing millions of inbred Americans to feed to the people affected by the recent cuts to food stamp benefits. 4 workers at a group home in Long Island, New York are in custody after allegedly encouraging people with developmental disabilities to attack each other and filming the encounters in what prosecutors are calling a developmentally disabled fight club. The 4 defendants have been charged with endangering the welfare of disabled persons and have been fired from their jobs. The charges against the defendants are felonies, and all 4 could face prison time if convicted. Lawyers for the 4 were reached for comment and responded that the first rule of Fight Club is that you do not talk about Fight Club. Author Chuck Palahniuk is reported to have signed a deal with Miramax to remake the cult classic film, with Chris Burke rumored to be the front-runner for the role of Tyler Durden.
Well, I'm gonna take it on the run. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm under the gun, so I take it on the run. All right. Former McGruff the Crime Dog actor John R. Morales has been sentenced to 16 years in prison following a guilty plea after police seized 1,000 marijuana plants, 27 weapons, including a grenade launcher, and 9,000 rounds of ammunition from his home. The man who played the famous Take a Bite Out of Crime Dog was arrested in 2011 after being pulled over for speeding, and authorities found diagrams of 2 indoor pot-growing operations sitting on the front seat. The Panic Hour has obtained these McGruff outtakes that clearly show warning signs of behavior early on. Let's take a look.
Hey, Dogface! How about smoking a doobie and getting rid of some of that?
Give me the goods, you little dickhead, before I piss in your ass.
An extremely lifelike outdoor statue of a man sleepwalking in his underpants is causing quite a stir at Wellesley College, a women's college where students have complained it is unwelcome and disturbing. The statue of the nearly naked man is part of an exhibit by sculptor Tony Matelli. The statue, entitled Sleepwalker, is a source of apprehension, fear, and is triggering thoughts regarding sexual assault for many, according to a petition started by the students. The petition also noted that if they wanted to be followed home by creepy, half-naked men, they would have chosen to go to a co-ed college in the first place.
In a much-hyped showdown, Bill Nye the Science Guy debated Ken Ham, a noted creationist, over the age-old question, how did we get here? From the perspectives of faith and science. The debate, which took place at Ham's Creation Museum in Kentucky, lasted nearly 2.5 hours. We at the Panic Hour decided to avoid the debate altogether because it is common knowledge to us that humans were created via genetic manipulation by an alien race of gods called the Anunnaki, hailing from the planet Nibiru. Thanks for joining us on We the Sheeple. We will wave to you from the hills while the floods wash you away.